Migrating to another land is always scary, especially if you cannot speak the language of your new home. So imagine how hard it must have been for Chinese migrants who came to Southeast Asia in the late 1800s. Thankfully, this little Chinese-Malay dictionary was around to help them say what was needed. Today we have a 19th century Chinese-Malay dictionary called Hua Yi Tong Yu. This dictionary was produced to help the Chinese who spoke the Southern Min dialect to communicate with the Malays in their daily lives. This book is the earliest locally published Chinese-Malay dictionary that can be found in the collection of the National Library of Singapore. It was published by Koyohim Press, which was actually the press set up by the author of this dictionary, Mr. Lin Henan. The first edition of this book was published in 1877. It was called Tong Yu Xin Yu. What we have here is the second edition. The second edition was published in 1883, and they changed the book title to Hua Yi Tong Yu. My guest here is Mr. Nigel Lim, who speaks one of such dialect, which is Teochew.
Yes, right.
So, Nigel, do you find this dictionary interesting to you?
As a dialect newscaster, I myself speak Teochew. I've noticed that the words are all very useful and a lot of daily use words, such as for food, fruits, and goodness.
Things that we will encounter and need to have daily.
Yeah, I found quite a lot of words that talk about the trade, the business, different type of ship, speedboats.
Speedboats.
Battle ship, steam ship, and about the Chinese.
The Chinese giants?
Yeah, Chinese giants.
So actually it shows that the trade at the Singapore harbour was actually very busy.
Very busy, yeah. The ships, different parts, the name, just like chains, sails, or bow.
Actually, this dictionary, even though it looks very small, it actually contains more than 2,800 entries divided into 25 different categories. So the content inside here is actually very rich. It provides an anthropological snapshot of the life of the Chinese who were living in Southeast Asia at that period of time. Even though it's a Chinese-Malay dictionary, there are no Malay writings at all in this dictionary.
Yeah.
So the author actually used a very ingenious way. He teaches readers to pronounce Malay by using Chinese character.
Yeah, Chinese character.
That sounded similar when pronounced in the Southern Min dialect.
You see this page, this is a number 3. Malay pronunciation is tiga.
Tiga.
And he used a Chinese character in Mandarin is 枝丫.
枝丫.
When he used Hokkien, pronounced as tiga, the pronunciation is quite similar with the...
It's very close to the Malay word tiga.
Yeah.
So that's how they use it to communicate. The preface was actually has a bit of a background as well. It was written by Zhuo Binglong, the first Chinese consul to Singapore, appointed by the Qing Imperial Court in China. Zhuo Binglong in this preface actually explained that this dictionary was meant for this large number of Chinese migrants who came to Southeast Asia to trade, to do business. It's very practical, very useful, and definitely is more comfortable if you can communicate with the locals in the place that you live in.